Question number 1. The variability of a statistic is described by blank. All right. Option A, the spread of its sampling distribution. Option B, the amount of bias present. Option C, the vagueness in the wording of the question used to collect the sample data. Option D, probability calculations. Option E, the stability of the population it describes. All right. So in a general sense, variability describes how, well, in terms of standard deviation, right, variability describes the typical distance from the mean. Okay. Now, in terms of a statistic, the variability describes the typical distance of the estimates from the true value that they're trying to estimate. Okay. Now, I'm going to use the dot plots here in the next question to help me describe this idea. All right. So think of each of these dots as an estimate, okay, that was calculated from some sample. Okay, so this sample gave an estimate that was on the high side. This dot represents a sample that gave an estimate on the low side. Okay, this arrow represents the true value that we're trying to estimate. Okay, so now we can say that, like, this dot here slightly overestimates the true value. This dot over here much more greatly overestimates the true value. This dot slightly underestimates, and all these dots hit the target exactly. They estimate it perfectly. Okay. Now, in terms of variability, we can say that the first graph shows the most variability, right? The points are really spread out. Some are in the middle, some are really low, some are really high. Okay? Whereas the graph in the middle shows much less variability, right? These dots are more centrally located, they're more consistent with one another. The graph is just a lot narrower. All right, so the answer then is going to be A. Okay, so variability measures spread, right? How far or how close are the estimates to the true value they're trying to estimate.